Hiya, welcome back to Just on the Bike. This is just a very quick run down Dalveen Pass. I was up at the top of the pass to do my little experiment with my 360 video on the drone, and hopefully that's worked out. By the time this video comes out, hopefully you'll have seen that, and hopefully it's a success. I'm not altogether sure, but I've never been so bloody bone marrow cold in all my life. It's quite windy up the pass, and I'm flying a drone and didn't have gloves on, so my hands were absolutely freezing. I'm a lot warmer on the bike, strange as it may seem. I've got my heated grips on, and I'm protected with my little screen here, and so yeah, a lot warmer on the bike than I was standing about. However, I hope it's a success because I want to do a bit more of that. I mentioned before that Windswept Robert was the one that kind of put me onto it, looking at his videos, and I think it gives a nice little different perspective. Ooh, bloody hell, that's a bit bumpy. It gives a bit different perspective to the content. Unfortunately, I can't do a normal video and then drop a little bit of 360 into it. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. But it's all a learning experience. I'm absolutely loving this whole learning thing. Learning how to edit and how to make things a little bit more interesting. As much for myself as anything else. I hope you enjoy the content, but it's really just to keep my mind active. Don't want to fall foul of brain degeneration, I think. My poor father's got, well, unfortunately he's got double bubble, so he's been diagnosed with Alzheimer's and vascular dementia, so that's not good news. Oh, flipping heck. I stuck my sunshade there, and flipping heck. It's absolutely steam solid. Oh well, not to worry. We'll just have to squint. Oh, by God, it was cold up the top of the pass. Oh, it was absolutely perishing. 6 degrees it was. Not really drone flying weather. I should have kept my gloves on, but I was stupid enough not to, so. The good thing is I can fly the drone with gloves on, but I was a bit scared. So I got the big drone first before I got the mini drone, and the mini drone I didn't mind flying. The big drone it's expensive, and it's a scary thing actually. See, oh, we're nearly de-steamed. How about if I just slow right down? Hang on a minute till I sort myself out here. I'll leave the vent open. Oh, pheasants, get out the way. Right, sorry about that. That's me sorted. You can see where I'm going now. Yeah, so I was a little bit scared of the big drone, to be quite honest with you, because I bought it and had never flown a drone before, and I've really not used it very much, but it's tremendously stable in the wind, and it does seem to handle flying with the 360 without any problems at all, even in a bit of wind. So I think I'm going to use it a bit more. The only downside obviously is it is bigger, so it takes up a bit more space, but I'm very impressed with it. And because it's a bit older now, I didn't buy it new, I bought it second hand, but even then it was still quite expensive, and now there's been newer models come out, so it's worth less money, so I'm less reluctant to fly it. But by the time I add the 360 to it, I'm still flying hundreds of pounds worth of gear, and it's a little bit daunting. But I'm really excited for this year. Take you to hopefully more places and hopefully have a little bit more experience in producing content, because last year was a learning experience, and I've had a lot of advice, as I've mentioned before, of what works. So hopefully this year content should be a little bit more interesting. That's the plan. I've said before, I'm not doing it for so much for anybody else watching. It's mostly for myself. However, people have been very kind enough to subscribe to my channel and watch my content, so on that basis I obviously want to make it as enjoyable as I can for you all, and I'm also willing to listen to criticism, or constructive criticism would be nice, not just "Ron, you're a fanny," and I get some of that as well, don't get me wrong, but that's the way it goes. But yeah, if you've got constructive criticism or ideas, fire them through, let me know. I did make a mistake when I started the channel. I made a mistake of calling myself Tutor on a Bike, and that's fine. I mean, most Scottish people know what it is and know how to pronounce it, but pretty much everybody else has trouble with it, and so perhaps, oh, flipping Nora, man. I should have called myself something else. But tutor, I've said before, right way back, I think on my first video I explained what tutor meant. I live in the Lowlands, I live in the Scottish borders, Dumfries, but I'm a Highlander by birth. I was born in Balhulish, and that's what my birth certificate says. Birth was registered in the parish of Glencoe and Balhulish. But because I live in the borders, a Lowland Scots word for a Highlander is tutor, and so that's why I chose the name. But as I said, hardly anybody can say it, so yeah, perhaps a mistake, but it's too late to change it now. And the word tutor is it is actually a derogatory term. If you're a tutor, you're a little bit slow in the uptake, and yeah, not all that bright. That's the kind of connotations that come with the word. So, but it's a fair comment for me. I'm not the brightest person in the world, but I'm happy in my ignorance. Should have paid more attention and got past this guy, but ah well. Too late now, we're just about onto the main road and it'll be busy, so we'll not be overtaking anybody. But yeah, hopefully the weather's going to warm up soon and we can get out a little bit more. We've been very lucky we've had a fairly mild winter. The weather's been a lot of rain, but it's Scotland, what do you expect? But we've had quite a few dry but cold days. I don't own any heated gear other than a kind of heated vest that I bought off eBay or Amazon or something like that, but I haven't got it on because you have to put a battery pack in it, and unfortunately over Christmas I've put quite a bit of weight on, so there's not much room. By the time I put the kind of heated waistcoat on, I can barely fit in a battery and then get all my rest of my gear on top of it, so I've not worn it, but don't really need it. This is a smashing road. I absolutely love this road. If we weren't having to follow a guy, we'd have a bit more fun. Right, Cairn Bridge. I'm going to have to put my visor up because I think I've mentioned when I've come down this road before, it's a very, very bad angled junction and you've really got to listen because you can't see a damn thing. I just have to stop because I can't see. Good God, there's a camper van. Oh, Yep, we're alright. Oh, it's a horrible entrance. Off we go. Oh, bad gear change on. Out of practice. Goodbye this guy now. That's better. Oh, we should be watching my speed. Gonna have to blur that out, unfortunately. A little bit extra work in the edit, it's alright really. Thornhill. No, if I vent again. Keep an eye out for my brother-in-law, he's a postie round about here. If you see a post fan, give him a wave. It might not be him, but give him a wave anyway. So I've bought myself a Chiggy. So it's to replace the Nav 6 I've got here on the screen. The Nav 6 is good. I mean, hang on, I'll show you. So you can have lots of different information like that, which tells you tyre pressure and engine temperature and all that kind of thing. You can do the navigation, you can have a compass, or you can just have it on the maps like that. And it's a good thing. I like it. There's no real problems with the functionality of the thing. It works beautifully. The screen is very visible, but I cannot get on with BMW navigation. It lags far too far behind for me. I don't know whether it's maybe I've been going too fast with it, but I usually find that I'm well past the junction that I was supposed to turn on by the time the sat-nav catches up. So I'm not really getting on with it, and I do like Waze and I do like Google Maps. So I wanted a navigation system that can mirror my phone, and that's the idea of the Chiggy. I've seen lots and lots of reviews. It seemed like every YouTuber, every sort of decent sized YouTuber was given one last year to test out, and everybody seemed to like it. It seemed to do so the functions, tyre pressures and all that kind of thing. It's got that as well, but it allows you to use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, which means that you can mirror your phone. I'm not interested really in listening to music. I don't listen to music when I'm out on the bike, and never have. It's just not something I've done. But I know a lot of people like that, but I don't need that function. But what I do want is the function to mirror my phone so that I can use the navigation on my phone. And so I bought a Chiggy. It's supposed to be coming, well, it's supposed to be coming on Monday, and today's Wednesday. It's not arrived yet, but it does appear to be in the local local Carlisle Yodel depot. So maybe come today or tomorrow. So if anybody's in the market for a Navigator 6 at reasonable cost, let me know. Maybe come to a deal and I'll use my Chiggy, provided it works. I'm not getting rid of it right away just in case the Chiggy's garbage. I'm really not liking the digital dash when I'm recording because it's far too in your face and far too obvious if I'm not complying with the speed limit, which say I don't comply with the speed limit. I do sometimes, but if it's a nice open road, I don't think there's any harm in stretching it a little bit. What do you think? Ooh, he nearly didn't. Whoa! Fuck's sake! Jesus Christ, she nearly ran into me. Young lassie in a Fiesta. Christ, that was close. Woof. I don't think my cameras would pick that up, but Christ almighty. So I'll sit back and enjoy the ride. I'll put some music on. I've decided on music-wise, I'm going to do, I quite like it. I stole the idea of somebody else, that you have a little bit of talking and then just a ride with a bit of music. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to pick as much as possible sort of smaller bands whose music I enjoy, as I've done before. And I'm also going to probably subject you to playing some of my own music, but we'll see how it goes. But enjoy the ride. Thanks for joining me again.
Someone told me long ago, there's a calm before the storm. I know it's been coming for some time. When it's over, so they say, it'll rain a sunny day. I know, shining down like water. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down on a sunny day. Yesterday and days before, sun is cold and rain is hard. I know, been that way for all my time. Till forever on it goes, through the circle fast and slow. I know, it can't stop, I wonder. Have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down on a sunny day. sunny day.